Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke said it was one of the toughest rules the Fed has ever been charged with. Over 11,000 comments received. And in the end, they voted to approve a 21-cent cap on debit card swipe fees for the banks. Now, we're talking about the fee that every retailer pays to the banks whenever a customer buys something with a debit card. Analysts have said that anything above 20 cents would be a win here for banks, better than expected. This is all part of a provision Senator Dick Durbin tacked on to the Dodd-Frank financial overhaul to help retailers, but it left it to the Federal Reserve to make the rule. This tipped off a huge lobbying battle. On one side, retailers, on the other, banks and credit card companies. And make no mistake, this rule will still be a hit to banks. Right now, retailers have to pay banks an average of 44 cents every time a customer swipes their debit card. With more and more customers using debit cards for shopping, it had added to an annual income stream for banks, $16 billion a year. In December, the Fed suggests capping fees at 12 cents per transaction. The bank lobbying, of course, intensified, and the Fed final rule settled in the middle at 21 cents per swipe. A few other changes worth noting. Banks will have more time. The fee cap was supposed to go into effect at the end of July. The proposed rule will give them until October 1st. One other important provision, it's bad news for Visa and MasterCard. Those are the companies that process these fees for the banks. The Fed's proposed rule would open it up so merchants have the choice of two independent networks instead of just Visa or MasterCard exclusively. In spite of that, after the news, both companies' stocks surged, triggering circuit breakers. The rule was again better than markets were expecting. The one dissenting vote, Governor Duke, said she's concerned to make up for the loss in fee revenue. Banks will raise costs for checking and will hurt consumers and small banks. Megan Hughes, Bloomberg, Washington.